Hello Aquarius, this is your reading for February 2020. I am probably reading for a feminine, but you can switch your genders if the story fits. The story fits, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Aquarius, you'll be delighted to know I don't have the soul shrinker and I don't have the glaucoma. I literally can't believe it. I'm so happy. It's not saying that it's a jolly old story by any stretch of the imagination. It does feel very much like a continuance of your previous readings. I have an enormous amount of men showing up in this reading, and I mean, it is quite possible it is just the one man. I have got your energy this month. You come through as the flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between, and that is in relation to a man from my Lenormand deck. And in your future, imminent future, I have a man holding a coin. At the base of the mat, I have another man, again from a Lenormand deck. I have the Emperor at the base of the deck and how you're being viewed. And in the outcome, I have the thinking man in reverse. I mean, wow. So, I mean, you know, you'll know how many men you're dealing with, or whether it is literally just the same person all the way through. And they're playing a very prominent part in your story at the moment. So, the card you've got is my butterfly ferrets. Love it. This is I Am Reborn. So big changes afoot for February. You do have the new moon coming into Aquarius next couple of days. I'm pretty sure it's squaring Uranus, so it might be, you know, there might be some shocking revelations. I don't think it's in the main a, you know, very harmonious new moon, but it is new beginnings for you regardless, Aquarius, so, you know, set your intentions appropriately. Here's the butterfly ferrets. The butterfly is the ultimate symbol of transformation. The ferret is mistrusting and alert and repels those who would do her harm. The strange combination will see you safe at this time of vulnerability and new powers. For while you are reborn, you must have protection and will ensure you are safe in the moment of highest danger. The butterfly is the symbol of the changing self, who somehow is the very same creature it was before. It dwells in one form, enters a time of stillness, and then emerges. The butterfly's transformation is a heroic journey through elements, the dissolution of self, the apparent journey through the elements, destruction of form, and the struggle to be free to fly. It is no easy task for the butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. You have been through basically a time of great challenge and difficulty. You feel new, vulnerable, inexperienced. You will be protected at your most vulnerable. You will not turn back. You cannot go back to the womb. You cannot go back to sleep. You cannot be as you were, because you withstood the tomb of the cocoon and have resurrected in this lifetime. So yeah, major change. If you're not there yet, Aquarius, this suggests it is coming in. I do get the feeling of some vulnerability. I think there's some issues with regards to money here, and ultimately a relationship that's probably ended or is sort of going through the death rolls. In the heart of the matter, your significator, I have got my She of the Cruach, which is my Divine Feminine, and Blossoming Abundance in reverse. So she is mother love. You know, you may be a mother. This can be a female you're dealing with. If you're not, if this doesn't resonate with you, it could be a female that you're dealing with. Someone who's usually very nurturing, very receptive. But with Blossoming Abundance here in reverse, this is a time of a possible decrease in your income. It can sort of suggest or ask if you're overspending at this time. You may just feel there's not enough money currently, and I think you're worrying about money. Now, it could be because you are going through a divorce or considering a divorce or splitting up from someone that you have, you know, joint assets and savings with, and that's causing some stress, because there's most definitely some stress here. And in your blocked position is Arvo the Parrot with my fish, and Cornucopia in reverse. This seems too low. So the obstacle, the challenge for February is basically discussing money, having an honest conversation about the state of your finances. Now, this could be with your partner, with a financial advisor, with debt management, whatever it may be. There's definitely some issues with money here, and with cornucopia in reverse, there's an element of frustration. You can be feeling sort of discouraged about having your wishes denied. There may be delays in money coming your way, and it's only because I'm always conscious of my previous Aquarius readings that, as I say, if you are or have split up from someone, you're selling property, or going through the courts to divide the assets, there's delays here, and it may be making you feel a bit cash strapped while you wait for this money to come through. So, as much as you're reborn on one level, there does seem to be some other issues that are going to need to be handled, and possibly discussing this is an issue. Discussing it calmly is an obstacle. I don't know if you're maybe going to have someone else involved in these discussions that might help you with that, but that is the core of it. And so there's a number of money cards there, Aquarius, which I think is quite different from your previous readings. I don't remember ever that coming up. So that's where we're at. Now, in your headspace, what's immediately apparent is Flaff the footer. So this is kind of putting your foot down in a situation, but it's also about being very present, being very earth, being very centered, very connected. So it's about keeping your feet in solid ground, making sure you don't, float off into the future here, and exercising patience. You're still going to need some patience, Aquarius, and not get here. So again, there's some worries here. This is anxiety and stress and sleepless nights. So I think something is taking too long, and you're just trying to keep it together, keep things just so, while you patiently wait for this to be resolved. But it is most definitely causing you some stress just now. So as I say, your energy for the month is the flamingo spirit, which is embrace the in-between. This is standing strong in the face of adversity. Or not adversity, uncertainty, It is about, again, being very much fully present whilst planning for the future, but it's a future that it hasn't, that's yet to be. It's a future that you maybe can't fully envisage, or maybe you can, but you're not able to, get the ball rolling because there's this tie to, finances with someone. So there's something that's in a state of flux, basically. But you seem to be coping with it well, other than the fact you're worrying about the money situation. In the main, you've got one leg up in the air, you're just waiting on something to be resolved, and then you make the move into the, the next stage. It has come with the man and the bridge. So this may be trying to mend bridges with this person, or trying to meet them halfway, reach some sort of agreement. Maybe you're considering, staying with this person or leaving this person, but you haven't really made a firm decision in either direction, if that's the case. Or it is simply the fact that you're trying to, as I say, resolve whatever money issues you've got before you're able to move on, and that's not quite happening. So I've asked for your external energy, and I have my dragonfly in reverse, which is truth transcends illusion. So this is someone who's not really, it's the disunion in the main. It's someone who's kind of got spiritual amnesia. It's someone who's very much trapped under some illusions, whose life is maybe a little bit chaotic, very random. They are getting signs as to the sort of direction that they should be taking, but they're not acknowledging them, or they're not receptive to them. I mean, they could be, with it being truth transcends illusion, it could be someone who's not either being honest with you or being honest with themselves. I did clarify this, and I've got the woman as the key. Now, Aquarius, I don't know if this is you, or I don't know if it's another woman, because I do think there might be another woman in the mix here. So this woman has some answers. She has the key either for this man, and this, she needs to be, something needs to be unmasked and looked at in a lot more detail. So either this female is revealing herself where once she was hidden, or showing herself as she truly is, and there's something to do with there's a key there, an answer to, you know, your external party or your significant other, maybe in terms of their behavior. You know, it could involve another woman here. I have reason to suspect that, and I'll show you why in a wee minute. So in the past here, you had your relationship, the fawn. This is my natural partners. Is really light. This was a very positive relationship. I've got it, my victory card here, very successful. It's all very light and loving and connected. And that's either what's in your past, but it's also what's currently leaving your life. And in the immediate future, there are a few anomalies in this reading. I've got the man with the coin. So again, this could be your person. It's sometimes a financial advisor, a counsellor of debt management, a solicitor. And this is someone who's come through with my dog card in the well. So either you're incredibly loyal to this person or they're incredibly loyal to you. I sort of feel that this may be someone who's helping you with the process. He's usually an earth sign, but he's definitely connected with finances, or he just holds the purse strings. But with them having the dog card in the world, it's like their loyalty isn't in question to you. And yet I have an ending here of this partnership, or of an engagement, a business partnership, you know, your own relationship. This something has run its course here. It's come to a natural ending. And that's why I'm confused with the loyalty card here. So as I say, it could be not your person. This could be someone who's helping you financially. You know, it could be your father, as I say, or, you know, someone in a professional body that's helping you through this situation, because as I say, money is flagged quite a wee bit here. That's trying to help you. Maybe you won't need them anymore in the future. Maybe that's why that sort of partnership is dissolving. You know, you're just going to pay your invoice and away you go once you get your money. So it could be your solicitor. But yeah, I did find it odd that loyalty came up here if it was your partner, because I don't think you think your partner is loyal. And I couldn't say for sure if they are or not, but it is very much a different vibe, this reading. I'm getting someone thinks that someone is their best friend. But it's more than friends, you know, at least for one of the parties. So you may actually like have a friend who's secretly in love with you. And I do have the friends down here, but it's in reverse at the base of the matter. This is very confusing. I'm sorry. Right, so firstly, I've got my friends in reverse and the solar plexus, desire, will, confidence, drive. But with my friends in reverse here, this is a broken friendship. This is maybe, I don't know if you have a friend who's very close to your relationship. You may be moving away from this friend as well, or this friend is who we're actually reading for. But there's no support or aid. There's no cooperation with this person. And yet I'm getting you're my best friend. Someone is wanting to leave this friendship. And it could be the man, or this man. Oh God, I don't know. This man, I'm sorry, has he's isolated either from you, or he's very aloof, very standoffish, and I sort of feel he's got a weakness here with the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands in reverse. His weakness may be money, maybe spending money. maybe giving to more than one individual, you know, with the breadcrumb 6 of Pentacles card here. And this is possibly hidden. This is not something that's being shared. I mean, I would hate to say that, you know, that somebody's had an affair with a friend of yours. But there's a friendship broken as well as a relationship, and I don't really see them as the same thing. As I say, it is confusing because I've got so many men here. Moving away from a broken friendship. This man has a very strong desire. He's very, he may be very work orientated, you know, almost a workaholic. Because I think he has a weakness for money, or a weakness for spending, or, you know, likes to, you know, lead a certain lifestyle. But he's maybe working very hard for it. But he's tiring. Either it's a weakness or he's exhausted with the process. Yeah, he's not persevering anymore. He may be, I mean, I say he or you, they may be in a group of friends that they're all very high powered, and, you know, have, you know, it's maybe like sort of keeping up with the Joneses here, and someone doesn't want to do that anymore. They don't want to do these types of maybe corporate jobs. They may want to do something entirely different. But it would mean losing a lot of friends, or not, you know, not being on the same level with them, either financially or mentally, not having as much to discuss because they have different interests now. I do kind of feel this is going round in circles, maybe even in someone's head. But I do feel this is related to the man. I do feel I'm reading for a feminine, so I could be wrong there. Okay, I hope that's as clearer than the mud that I think just came out my mouth. But because there's this ending partnership here, I've asked, because this is a loyal person and it's, you know, deeply loyal and la-di-da, why is it ending? And I've got the High Priestess, and it's secrets. And there's secrets around a Queen of Wands here. The High Priestess can sometimes be the other woman, the hidden woman. I've got the Devil in reverse here, like someone is trying to break free of this addiction, or indeed they've even conquered it, but maybe the fact that it's come to light, or and that they were, you know, seeing someone else or having an affair, or I got she takes me higher. I don't even know if this is someone that maybe did some drugs with, and they were just very drawn in that direction. I also did get you can't go on thinking there's nothing wrong. This Queen of Wands, she's come through, she's obviously very seductive, she's very sexy, she's almost very magical. She's probably very beautiful. I mean, she likes herself a lot. She likes to indulge in pleasures that are maybe not good for her. And she likes to indulge at the expense of others. So, you know, this is like an affair or a side relationship here. She likes to be well taken care of, if you know what I mean. Now, I don't know if she's got money, or the chap that she's engaging with has money, Lovers and Great Fortune here. But there has been a very strong draw here in the past. I don't think they're together now, with the Devil being in reverse here. This is something that this man has maybe been able to conquer. He's coming through as my King of Cups. And he's also got I've asked to see who is. I've got companion and gossip. So there's maybe something that's come out that this Queen of Wands is maybe more than a companion. Again, so I'm coming back to this best friend thing. It feels like, you know, it's someone in your social circle, and there may be gossip that, you know, they're more than friends, basically. And that may be what results in your relationship breaking up, because it is talk about it, talk about what's hidden, talk about secrets, and this Queen of Wands over here. Yeah, it's my own feeling that I feel necessary to pull together a certain thread, and sometimes there are just very, you know, different aspects of our lives going on. So I'm just hoping you can keep up with this. And in where you find yourself, we've got the Lady of the Harvest. Can I just say, when I came on to my man holding a coin and the Death card, I felt incredible sadness here. And I've not got the Three of Swords, and I've not, apart from the Death card, I've not got anything to suggest that there's enormous pain here. But I really, really felt it. So I don't know if that's from you or for them, but literally like stone in my heart. I felt really, really sad. Just thought I'd mention that. So my you're giving up something here. This is release. This is grief. It can be loss. And with Archangel Raphael, you know, it's very much from the heart space. This is about healing your heart, almost the beginnings of the grieving process, with regards to your partnership. This partnership here, possibly with the ring. If you let me stay, I'll say what I should have said. Now, Aquarius, this is an interesting one. This is how you are being viewed. Being viewed as my dark lady. Crikey, easy tiger. And attachment. This has been attached to something. It's negative. Now, this is how you've been viewed. It doesn't need to be accurate. You might have been viewed as someone who's been in a very dark place, who's, you know, had the dark night of the soul, and or maybe disappeared for a while. You may be looked at as someone who's very mysterious, someone who's, you know, maybe quite magical or psychic, but the dark lady's rough, I think. With this attachment, I think you may be seeking some vengeance here. Now, this doesn't need to be accurate, as I say, but this is how you've been viewed. I always find it difficult to see my dark lady in a positive vibe. Sometimes, yes. But with this attachment card, this is about removing your own mask of self-deception. This is, you know, being prepared to look at the truth of a situation. I'm conscious this is a 5 with the I am reborn being a 5 as well. So yeah, you might have been in denial about something, a relationship, whether it's with this friend or with, you know, your partner. And now you're removing the mask and seeing the situation for what it is. At least that's how you're being viewed. And I'm getting like, I'm getting a certain amount of rage from this. You may be viewed as someone who's really, really pissed off. You are also being viewed as someone who has, you know, decided it's time for a new beginning. Time for something completely fresh, innocent, cleaner, purer. And I've said, well, God, really? The dark lady? And I've got the 5 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles here. I really did get from that if someone is trying to take your money, this is the splitting of the assets here. You know, 10 down to 5. And I think this is what might be causing you some concern. So this person might be, you feel, maybe taking more than their fair share in the split, and you've got like the rage on, or you're determined to fight this. This is maybe where my man holding a coin is coming in to help you end this partnership. But yeah, the dark lady, you've been viewed as someone who's pretty fierce, who's not afraid to go into the dark, and, you know, maybe even fight tooth and nail to get what's yours here. Because, you know, if someone has put you out in the cold or taken your money, you know, yeah, you're not having it. I do have the Emperor come through at the base, so this could be like the judge or the father or your partner. but it concerns the household finances, maybe even your pension, your own inheritance. It's almost like they're trying to take stuff that, you know, had nothing to do with your relationship, and you're on the warpath, you're having none of it. Now this is really weird. Crikey, Aquarius. So I've asked your hopes, and I'm wondering if I've got these the wrong way around. Maybe this is your fear and this is your hope. So you take it as it resonates, because if this is your hope, I actually think you're hoping that somebody suffers as much as you had or have, because upon as well dotted here is about nightmares. It's about depression. You know, it's real confusion. Can, you know, literally be insanity with the clouds. The clouds is really troublesome. This has been you know, like so messed up in the head, you don't know if you're coming or going, you know. It's overwhelming, and it's about someone's sense of stability, their own either financial stability, in the main it is financial stability, and their own sort of I don't know, it's like I think you want them to suffer the way you have is the bottom line, if that is indeed your hope, or you're hoping that they, you know, they're able to maybe have their own awakening, maybe have gone through as much as you've gone through, and that it might bring them into a more stable place on the other side. That's a very odd one. If it's a hope, and I have got them the wrong way down, I really don't think I have. It's just that you're going to come out of this darkness and get back on your own 2 feet, get back to, you know, your grounded, stable self, rebuild your life, maybe, you know, a new house on your own, and come out of this place, which is kind of similar to this energy. But I'm going with it being your hopes, and if that's the case, that would make my dark lady make a little bit more sense, you know. And in your fears, I think you kind of fear being tied down again. I've got the yin yang card in reverse with my collection of pixies. So in its reverse, this is about yang energy rather than feminine, which is all very receptive and soft. Yang energy is obviously the masculine. It's much more dynamic, action orientated, authoritative, and this is your fear. There could be an element of you, if you've been in a very long-term relationship, marriage, you might actually be sort of afraid of running your own life, you know, taking control of situations, taking control of your finances, having the ability or even the willingness to participate in all that is involved in running your own life. So you may be someone where your partner is the one that's always, you know, run the finances, held the purse strings, organised the mortgage, paid the bills, you know, and you know, or you maybe get an allowance, I don't know. There is a fear here, and it's causing you some it's a heavy burden on you as to, I think, really you can sort of embody this, what you need to run your own life and be in your own. But I also think you've got a certain fear here as the woman of being around a lot of males. I think you want something like light-hearted. You want things to be a little bit easier, but I kind of feel that if you've been with someone who's very dominant, or you've had a really, you know, nasty breakup, I think you maybe have a general mistrust of men at this stage. So as I say, maybe they can be like completely reversed, but they're very odd, Aquarius. Let me know if it resonates. And in your outcome, I have got my thinking man in reverse here, the world, and the singer of my connection in reverse. So we've got our broken connection here. which is the same as the death card on the ring here, and the swans, my loving partners, in the Lady of the Harvest, so a triple confirmation. So, you know, it is a probable outcome. There's always free will, and really by the fact that you've listened to this reading, if this is how you don't want things to pan out, then you make the changes that you need to. I mean, obviously, you can't determine what anyone else is likely to do, but, you know, make the changes, and it doesn't need to end this way, basically. So it means a broken connection. This thinking man in reverse, this is a man who does not act in your best interests, sometimes an air sign. This is someone who doesn't make logical or thought out decisions. Someone to be aware of. With the world card here would suggest that, you know, this is about, I mean, this could be him who is making his way out to the world, who's looking out in the horizon, who's you know, ready to up and explore. But if it's you, I don't think you're ready to get out there, basically. I think you're very confused. I think you have got all the basics to take care of before you even think about, you know, that sort of stuff. But I do sort of think that there's, in the main, it's a broken connection, and we've got someone who's not acting in your best interest, who's not making good decisions, and they're burdened. They've got the cross card here, or this is how you could be feeling about them. It's a lot of sorrow here. It's a lot of weight to carry around in this connection. And the labyrinth after the world. So I do sort of see that someone getting out and about, but they're really confused as to what direction they should be taking or where they should be heading. And as I say, I really don't think that that's where anyone should be at. There's so much more to deal with. Black velvet, I got that in one of my dailies just recently. I've asked about the cross, what this burden is, and I have got my Seven of Swords in reverse, my Queen of Cups upright, my King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. So basically, I think that somebody's been rumbled here. Seven of Swords in reverse is somebody not getting away with what they either once got away with or what they thought they had got away with, being exposed, or even revealing themselves. And this has put my Queen of Cups in reverse here. Really emotional, really sad, because I do have this King of Cups down here with the companion and gossip, and the King of Pentacles, who might be my man holding a coin, facing an ending that he'd rather not face here with the Ten of Swords in reverse. It can be a very long, drawn out ending, or it's some... It feels like purgatory. If something is taking a very, very long time to end, or he might not even want it to end, but somebody is most definitely getting caught here. And I do think the Queen of Cups in reverse is probably representing you, Aquarius, with my She of the Cruach here and your King of Cups down here. Yeah, so there we go. Very different reading to your other one, so at least I see a real shift in energy. And as I say, we haven't got the Soul Shrinker, we haven't got the Glancomer, but there's something to do with friends here, and yeah, I'm not going to say it again because it's advice, please, for my Aquarius. What advice can you offer Aquarius for February 2020? For this reading, please, Spirit, what advice can you offer Aquarius? Aquarius. Unleash the wild within. Being rewilded. Look at this. Okay, maybe you are ready to get back out there, Aquarius. Let's have a look. I'm kind of feeling anger, though, I have to say. Let your wild side up and out, unleash your talents and desires. You're being rewilded at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart. the part of you that likes to break boundaries and go beyond them completely. If you've been holding back on your hopes or dreams, you're being encouraged to chase after them now. Let the wolf energy within help you track down what direction you want to go in, and don't let any traps or hunters get in the way of your freedom or your growth. The life you want is here. She's half wolf and half woman. She basically is the alpha female. She's not afraid to speak out. She's not afraid to stand out from the pack. She's unfiltered. She's unfettered. Yeah, she's, I mean, getting released. So as much as I can feel there's frustration here, there's concern about money, how long things are taking, it does seem to be all coming together. If you're not, I mean, this is a general reading, people, you know, and I can assure you when I go on to do personals, they can be entirely different. So don't get yourself into a panic or, you know, make life decisions on a general tarot reading. That's just, you know, not on. Don't do it. Just hang on in there, Aquarius. Hang on in there. It is coming together. If this does resonate with you and there is an issue with a friend, that's something that, you know, I'm sorry to say, looks very much like a possibility. So anyway, I will leave it there. I'm going to do the weekend reading. So if you're not a subscriber, please hit the bell button for my uploads. Please like, and I wish you all the best for February. Happy birthday when it comes. And enjoy your new moon. Don't forget your new moon manifestations. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.